Why are there some people that look like overnight successes? Have you ever wondered that? Maybe it was a guy or a girl that you knew in high school that the last you heard was working at the nearest Subway, and now they're a multi-millionaire. How the hell is that even possible? Well, I can tell you how because I'm actually one of those people. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you what that actually looks like. And if you watch till the end of the video, I'm gonna share the step-by-step formula of how I actually did it and what steps that I took to get there. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into my story as a pizza delivery driver. And real quick, I'm gonna make this super quick, super easy. I'm gonna run through my story because you probably don't even care that much, right? And then I'm going to get to the formula so you can have as many steps as possible to be able to be successful and become that overnight success. So with that being said, when I was a pizza delivery driver, I was actually in college playing baseball and delivering pizzas, and that absolutely sucked. I was a beast at baseball, but unfortunately I had to deliver pizzas to make sure that I could survive and have some money for groceries and rent, of course. And being a pizza delivery driver, I made roughly about $8 an hour. And then of course I got tips, so that was crazy. But I knew in my mind that I had a goal and I had a vision, right? My first initial goal was to actually play professional baseball because, as we all know, that is one hell of a paycheck, right? And that's initially where I was going. But I ended up hurting my shoulder and that did not go to plan. So with that being said, I had to make a new plan. And that's when in the next portion of my life, I quit being a pizza delivery driver because I absolutely hated it and I had to get new jobs. So I ended up moving back to my hometown and got new jobs. Now, all of these jobs, I had one goal in mind, which was to make similar to what I was going to make as a professional baseball player, which, as you could probably guess, that is super difficult, especially in a job. But I was determined. So I got a bunch of different jobs. One was actually at Academy Sports and Outdoors. The other one was a construction job because my goal in my mind was, you know what, I'm gonna work my way up, see if I can get there. And with the construction job specifically, the one thing that I did and I always looked for was what was the boss making, right? And the reason I quit my academy job and actually went to construction was because the boss of the construction site was a multi-millionaire because he owned the construction business. And I figured, you know what, if I can work my way up, talk to him, maybe I could take over the ownership, maybe I could potentially learn how to start my own, all that good stuff in construction. So I went that route. But the one thing that I did wrong that I didn't realize until later was I hate construction. I never wanted to be in that in the first place. And so that didn't last very long, right? And I immediately got out and quit. And so for me, I wanted to make at least 6 figures first because that was my initial step, and then go on to 7 figures so I can make what I would have made as a baseball player. So what I did at that point is I went on Google, which by the way should be your best friend because you can Google whatever you want. But anyways, I went to Google and I started searching up what jobs can I make 6 figures with a high school diploma? Because again, I was playing college baseball, but when I hurt my shoulder, I dropped out. I didn't want to be in college. The only reason I was there was to play baseball. But when I started Googling this stuff, I realized that there was actually a lot of opportunities to make 6 figures with no degree. And as I looked along, I realized that all of these jobs were in some form of sales. I was like, that kind of sucks because I don't really like talking to people either, but I want to make money. So what did I do? I applied to a sales job and I was absolutely terrified because I did not like talking to people. I was very shy, very introverted. So I was scared, but I did it anyway because I knew that the first step of my plan was to make 6 figures. I had to do that or my plan wasn't going to come to fruition. So with that being said, I went ahead, applied for the sales job, actually got the sales job, and fast forward, long story short, did really well in sales. First year made $150,000 in a little bitty small town at a car dealership where I was absolutely destroying everyone. I sold an average of 20 to 25 cars, had bigger months, and everybody else, just to give you perspective, was at about 6 to 8 cars a month. So I was doing very well. Made really good money there, and that was my initial step to get to 6 figures. And I made it, and I did it. And at that point, I could really believe in myself that I was gonna do what I said I was gonna do, but more importantly, I gained confidence in that skill level of sales. So directly after that, I then went on to say, you know what, I'm gonna quit this job. And by the way, everybody that looked at me thought I was absolutely crazy for this. I had a 6-figure job, dressed up for work every day, went into work, and I was doing well. And when I said that I'm quitting, everyone freaked out. wild. Why would you do that? That's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And the reason I did is because I had bigger plans. I knew what I was gonna do and I believed in myself that I was gonna accomplish it. So I ended up quitting. And when I quit in February, I had absolutely no idea what I was gonna do. It was just hope at that point. Now, keep in mind too, I did have a lot of savings because I was saving up every time I was making money and getting a commission check, which helped me a lot. And I'm gonna be going over that in the formula for you. But regardless of that, I went ahead and jump dive into business because I knew that was the next step and miserably failed. So I ended up getting a high ticket closing position because I knew I was already good at sales and ended up selling quite a bit. And then eventually I ended up starting my own company where I was teaching business. And I did well with that, but as I learned, I didn't really know business as good as I thought I did. So I shut down that company immediately because it just didn't make sense for me to teach people something that I wasn't fully in understanding about. And I ended up calling my business partner and we started a new business where we actually teach sales because we both have experience. We've both done super, super well with sales and it just made sense. And then all of a sudden I got to 7 figures and that is crazy. And it's also beyond that, right? The cool thing about it is I did exactly what I said I was going to do and I'm still on that journey today, right? Because as you know, a professional baseball player, sometimes they make 7 figures, sometimes they make 8 figures, and I'm going for the 8 figures. But with that being said, this business has allowed me to do that and beyond. I've been in business, I'm doing trading, I'm doing investing, I'm doing all these different things, and it's absolutely wonderful. And the big reason as to how I did it, and the big way I did it, was with a step-by-step formula. I used to write out my goals, what I was gonna do, everything, every single day to make sure that my plan was exactly where it needed to be. And that is exactly where I'm gonna jump dive right now for you so you can have that plan too. Real quick, before I get into this plan, just wanna give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, which is me and Simply Closed. All right, Simply Closed is basically just a program where you can learn how to actually learn sales, okay? You can dive into it, the ins and outs, everything about sales, what you can learn, how you can speak to people, and of course, how you can end up closing people. In this program, you also learn how to actually get a job and we place for you. So if you're interested in that, there is a link below. It's only $17, so make sure and check out that link. There's a bunch of proof, bunch of social testimonials, all that good stuff if you're wary about it, but it is in the link in the description below, so make sure and check that out. Now, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump dive right into the formula, all right? And it's a simple 3-step formula. And this formula consists of this. Make sure you have something to write on because this is super important. It consists of your goals, a roadmap, and then taking action. Those are the 3: goals, roadmap, and taking action. And this is exactly how I did it. So the first and foremost thing that I did was I actually set goals. Who did I want to be? Where did I want to go? What did I want to accomplish? I knew for me, I was already in baseball. I was trying to go pro in baseball because I knew what they made, how they lived, all that good stuff, and I loved baseball, but I blew my shoulder out. So I had to make an alternative goal to that. I still want to make this money. I still want to live this lifestyle. I just have to do it a different way. So I wrote those down and wrote those out. Goals are one step, but it's not the most important step. The most important step is actually the roadmap and taking action. Now, within the roadmap, you can write goals, you can say goals, you can do all this stuff all day long, but what are you gonna do about it? And that's the most important question of all. What are you gonna do about it? Everybody talks. What are you gonna do, right? So with that being said, I made a roadmap. In this roadmap, what I did specifically is I wrote out, okay, if I'm gonna hit this as my goal, I need to get this job or this job because this is going to get me there first. And I made steps on this roadmap. What do I need to hit first? I knew I needed to hit 7 figures. Well, number one, I need a job first and foremost that's even gonna make me money so I understand it. After that, I'm going to get a really good paying job. And if that requires me learning a skill, I'm gonna invest in it and I'm gonna learn the skill. Too many people skip this step, guys. This is super important for the roadmap. Too many people just go right into, oh, I'm gonna invest in stocks and crypto and real estate right now. You don't have any skills and you definitely don't have enough money to play these types of games. Stocks, crypto, real estate, that takes big money. And I'm here to tell you the truth. I know there's a lot of people that says it takes zero money to do this and zero money to do that. That's just not true. It takes a lot of money, especially if you want to be a big player. And I want to make you a big player, so I'm telling you the truth. So with that being said, you have to go learn a skill so you can actually make money to start becoming a player. After that, if you want to start a business, if you want to invest, whatever the case may be, put it on your roadmap. But understand that you have to follow this roadmap with everything. If you skip a step, you fail. Live by that roadmap. It's super important. And then the last step, of course, is taking action. This, of course, is the most important, but it's the most simple. You've written out your goals, you understand your roadmap, step. You understand what steps you're supposed to take. Now just go fucking do it. That's it. It's super, super easy. Taking action is the most easiest because all you have to do is actually go make it happen. Now, is it gonna be a journey? Yes. Is it gonna take time? Yes. Be patient. Most of you watching this video right now are probably super young. You're already ahead if you write your goals out. You're already ahead if you make a roadmap. If you take action, you're already ahead of 99% of people. Just be patient and continue taking action and trust the roadmap that you made. With that said, I hope that was super, super valuable for you. If you liked this video, make sure and hit that like and subscribe button, and of course, hit that notifications bell so you can get notified every single time I post and you won't miss another video. But I hope this was a ton of value, and let me know in the comments what you think. If there's something that you want to cover in sales and life in general, let me know down below. I'll answer it to you, and hopefully I'll make a video on it soon.